Heroes on the march!
Remember in the bad old days when you still smoked and you ran out of cigarettes? You just jumped in the car, or walked, or crawled down to the nearest store and picked up a pack. But then one day you quit smoking, switched over to electronic cigarettes, and your whole world changed. No more midnight trips to the convenience store. From that moment on, now the most important person in your life was... Okay, I exaggerate. Outside of your mom, dad, wife, husband, kids, and the dog, the most important person in your life was the mailman. Just like when I was a kid. I'd eat my way through boxes of breakfast cereal, save up a quarter or two, and send away for all the neat stuff I'd seen on TV.
The Navy frogmen go into action. Beneath enemy ships, Navy frogmen work swiftly and secretly until... Look how real these miniature Navy frogmen are. The Torchman, the deadly demolitions expert, and the daring obstacle scout. These miniature Navy frogmen swim, dive, and surface by themselves, and they can be yours now. Look, here's where your free supply of high-pressure propellant goes. Ordinary baking powder will work, too. Now, here's how to get your set of 3 plastic Navy frogmen. For each set of 3, send 1 box top from Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes and only 25 cents, or send 1 box top from Kellogg's Sugar Corn Pops and 25 cents. Use the handy order blank on the packages of Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes or Sugar Corn Pops, or mail direct to Navy Frogmen, Box 350, Battle Creek, Michigan. Hurry!
And then I'd have to wait, and wait, and wait. Because in the fine print on the coupon it said, please allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. Four to 6 weeks for a kid is an eternity. I remember it was just after my brain transplant. I had sent away for an atomic submarine, and I waited every day for the mailman to show up. And every day, nothing. Until finally, it arrived. Yeah, it wasn't exactly what I imagined. So here I am, years later, still stalking the mailman. It's enough to drive me crazy. A couple of weeks ago, some new toys arrived from Lrider. After testing them all out, it's finally time for Bob's Clearomizer Tank Roundup.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yay! Now, personally, I think the word Clearomizer is kind of silly. I figure if there isn't any filler material, like in a cartomizer, it's a tank. I mean, when the Ego T tank system came out, they called it a tank, and it only held a mil of juice. And this thing holds 3 times as much e-liquid, but it's called a Clearomizer. Go figure. Anyway, I'll call them Clearomizers, along with the rest of the world. But in my head, I'm saying tanks. Now that that's out of the way, on with the show. Now you might think Lrider's only known for their great batteries and mods.
Wrong!
Introducing Lrider's iClear 30, Pro Tank, Mini Pro Tank, H2, CE5, MT3, and the Smart Lambo Tanks Clearomizers. They're everything I want in a tank. Clearomizer. Replaceable top or bottom coils because they work great and I'm cheap. And plenty of flavor, throat hit, and vapor. With no leaking, no gurgling. Now, I'm not into the bottom versus top coil debate because I like them both. The first bottom coil devices I tried were a tad coolish for my tastes, and I've always felt warmth carried flavor, but these bottom coil tanks, Clearomizers, really do the trick. Lately, my favorites are the H2 and the Mini Pro Tank. Plenty of flavor, throat hit, and vapor, and I really like the draw on these. But the most impressive Clearo I've seen lately comes with the Smart Lambo. Great performance in this replaceable bottom coil tank that holds 1.3 mils. This is the little Ecig that can. But more about the Smart Lambo later, in a future video. You can get Lrider's replaceable coil tanks, Clearomizers, with different ohm ratings to suit your taste. I prefer to use coils around the 2.3 to 2.6 ohms and vape at a tad over 4 volts. It's been over 4 years since I stopped being terrorized by cigarettes, and the vaping gear just keeps getting better and better. I'd like to thank Lrider for sending me all these great vaping toys, and at the risk of sounding too much like a geezer, I sure wish these were around when I started vaping. I mean, I quit smoking with these, but I would have had a lot more fun with these. And now, back to work. Looks like I've got everything I need. E-cigs, plenty of juice, 3D glasses, rubber chicken, all set.
You see,